Good morning, besties. In today's video, I'm going to bring you guys along for a week in my life. Just living, living life, literally. First thing that we always do is we prioritize a good, effective morning routine. I used to be the type of person that would wake up like 30 minutes before I had to leave, rush, change, make a quick breakfast, sometimes skip breakfast, be rushing and driving all fast to work, getting anxious, hoping I would make it on time to work, getting to work, and I was already in this like high stress situation. And so I would spend my entire day feeling that same way, and then I'd come home and I'd just be so overstimulated, so overwhelmed. But ever since I became aware of that and realized that I was a problem, I decided to fix it. So I like to make sure that I'm waking up at 5 a.m. because that gives me 2 hours before I have to go to work to have time for myself, because I work a full-time job, and so majority of my week goes to that job, and it's very easy to get lost in that job. I think for a lot of people that's what ends up happening, and they don't really prioritize time for themselves outside of work, or they prioritize time for other people, but there's never time for yourself. And I think it's very important to fill your own cup to be able to pour into other people's cups. So that is why I prioritize time for myself. So this morning ritual that I've established has been established over a length of time. So don't think that just from one day to another I was able to complete all of these things. I have been slowly doing trial and error and seeing what fits in my morning routine, what benefits in my morning routine. And so far I have stuck to that. First thing that I like to do is I do a little bit of Duolingo. I'm currently learning Japanese. If you want a little snippet into how my brain works, this is how I remember words or anything that I'm learning in Japanese. So for me in my head, I like to relate things to other things, and it might kind of be silly, but it works, okay? This is 5, and the way you say it in Japanese is go. And I don't know why, but tell me this doesn't look like this fella's going somewhere. Like, he is on the move. So that is how I will remember it. It looks like he's going somewhere. Go is 5. And with that, I'm on streak 208. Once I finish my Japanese lesson, I will move over to a little morning page. So if you guys saw last week's video, I finally found a journal and I didn't have to spend money. I already had this. Sometimes I will also do like a reading. I'll also meditate in the morning, but I will say I skipped that this morning because I am posting today's video, so that took up some time. I didn't get to fully do my little morning routine here where I meditate and then I do some face roll. I just like quickly face rolled, but every day is different, so we do have structure, we have routine, but if things change along the way, we flow with it. Okay, we are done with today's workout. I only worked out for 40 minutes and I ended up burning 247 calories. Yesterday I was able to burn the 400 calories because I had a little bit more time. I was able to work out for an hour yesterday versus today I only had 40 minutes. And granted, that's because I was, uploading today's video and all of that. So I think what I want to do, because I have been snoozing my alarm to 5:10, that's when I get up. So I'm losing 10 minutes in the morning. And I'm going to try my best to wake up right at 5. That way I'm done with my morning routine by 5:40-ish, and then that gives me a full hour to work out. This vlog is actually in continuation from last week's video. So if you saw last week's video, I'm having the same breakfast, which is just eggs and veggies. I will say it does switch a little bit, like between this and protein shakes, but today is another egg day, and I'm currently uploading today's video, so I'm going to eat and upload and then head to work. Okay, so I'm home for lunch, and I just have to say that I am getting so good at this because I served myself this much and it's exactly what I need to have. I love when I literally nail something without even knowing. Also, tell me why I got a fork to eat my caldo with. Literally, throw me away. I need to start today over. This entire day has been such a weird day, but anyways, I'm eating what I would basically already eat. You guys know I love myself caldo de pollo. The only difference is I can't have potato, but it's good. You know, we have the Mexican squash in here, which I'm closing my eyes and pretending that that's potato, and then we have some carrots, so not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my lunch, and then I'll check in with you guys once I'm back from work. We're back from the run and I'm just having my little snack. So for my snack today, I have green apple and almonds. So I'm just gonna munch on this. Also, I never was a big fan of green apple. It never really called my attention. I like red apples because they're a little sweeter. These are more on the sour side. But since I started my new meal plan, these have been like candy to me. I love these. Random question: if you're really hungry, you're really tired, and you're really dirty, in what order do you complete those things? For me, I have to take a shower first because if I feel yucky, anything else that I do feels yucky. Like right now, I'm not really enjoying my snack all that much because I feel gross, but I have to eat it so I don't eat it too late. So I would shower first, eat, and then sleep. What would you do? Okay, the train is coming together and I got scared for a split second because I'm like, I'm supposed to connect this? At what point did it say to connect it? Oh, we're falling apart. All right, anyways, let's slowly put it down. We're supposed to connect it down here and it is thankfully open. Let's go. So then now, instructions unclear. Okay, whew, after much panic, I did not record this because it was just way too serious. I was able to unattach this side and I did break just one piece, but thankfully it was the piece like bright on the inside, so you cannot see it. But I needed to switch it because the USB-C needs to be on this side, and then whatever you call this connection needed to be on the inside, and I had it flipped. Oh my god. Okay, so let's try this again. It should connect just fine here. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay, let's see. I need to try my connection. This okay, moment of truth, moment of truth. Stop it! Oh my, oh, I forgot about this. Stop, that's so cute. This is adorable. Oh no, this is so cute. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm gonna have like a late night because it is already 10:13. Oh my god, I've been having 2 late nights. It's okay, it's okay. I'm almost done with this though. Okay, let's see. This is so cute. I did it, guys. It's so adorable. I'm obsessed. Oh my god. Good morning, besties. Welcome to the next day. It is currently 5:22. I woke up right at 5 today. It's 5:22 though because I already got changed. I did my meditating, face rolled, I'm hydrating, and now I'm gonna start my little morning routine. So first things first, as you guys know, we are going to do a little Japanese lesson. This is the little notebook I was telling you guys about that I use. This is where I was writing down as I was learning hiragana, and now as I'm learning kanji. So let's do a little lesson. Ichi, ni, san. Workout complete. Today I was able to work out for an extra 10 minutes because I started my day a little earlier. We're improving. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have another extra 10 minutes and then we'll be able to dedicate the full hour. Today on the menu we have a protein shake. I also keep forgetting to freeze these bananas to make my protein shake a little extra smoothie-y. What's the word? A thicker consistency. Basically I just cut them in half to make them easier to throw into the blender. I'm home for lunch. If you saw what I ate yesterday, I basically had the same thing for lunch and for dinner. So that's what the meal plan calls for. It's basically having the same thing at lunch and then the same thing at dinner, but usually it's a little bit less. So like today I have 120 grams of this meat for lunch and then I have 90 grams for dinner. Although today is my dad's birthday, so we're gonna go have dinner with him to celebrate, and I'm gonna have something at the restaurant. I decided to swap my free day for just a free meal tonight, and then I'm going to stick to the meal plan for the rest of the week because I do have my checkup next Monday, and your girl wants to be as clean as she possibly can be when she goes to the nutritionist. So she said I could have a tortilla de nopal, but I don't have tortillas de nopal, so I'm gonna do 2 of these 25 calorie tortillas. And I was looking, the carbs are at 18 grams for 4 tortillas, so I'm only having 2. So I don't know what the nutritional difference between this and the tortillas de nopal are, but granted, this is still a better option than if I was to have like a tortilla de harina or a whole 2 tortillas de maíz. So I'm gonna just heat 2 of these up. And what's crazy, like I said, I'm actually eating a lot more than I would before, because before I would call this a day. This would be it. I would maybe throw some beans, some avocado, and then I would still be hungry, so then I'd turn to some chips, and then that would fill me up. But now look at all of this meat. We will do just a little spoonful of beans, refried beans. It doesn't call for refried beans, it calls for whole beans, but my mom notified me that we don't have any, so I'm just gonna do the smallest amount. Technically, it's already my free day. I think I'm gonna grab these. These will be good for when I make my salads. I'm also gonna pick up a bag of these pumpkin seeds to throw in my salads. Look what else they have here. Microwavable brown rice. I'm gonna get one of these too. It is currently 5:47 and I just woke up at 5:40. I literally remember the alarm going off at 5 and I was like, oh yeah, I am tired. And the next thing I know, I just went and then I woke up again and it was 5:37. I was like, oh. But it's all good, you know. Life is never perfect. There's always hiccups along the road. And I really did debate, you know, should I just keep sleeping and skip a workout day? But skipping is not going to get me any closer to my goals. So here we are. We're showing up even on the days when we don't really feel like it, even on the days when we don't really want to. And that is what will get us to where we want to be. So 5:49, I have 10 minutes. I'll do a quick little Japanese lesson and then a quick little like 5-minute journaling session. Speed mode.
6
Le cul.
6
Le cul.
6
Le cul.
6
Le cul.
の
Period. Killed it. Okay, time to get the workout in. I think today I'm going to do core and arms. On Monday I did back, Tuesday I did legs and glutes, and so today I think I'll do arms and core. Okay, we are home for lunch, and today on the menu we have a chicken salad. Yesterday we went to Costco and I picked up a couple of things. First, I found these little chicken packs. This thing says that it has 91 grams of chicken. I just want to test it out real quick, make sure I'm not being cheated out of my protein. Okay, I'm not being cheated out. It is 95 grams of protein, so a little bit more than they said. So this is actually perfect because for lunch, I need to do 100 grams of chicken. 95, close enough. And then, oh, actually I could probably steal one from here. Perfect. Oh my God, that is probably perfect because lunchtime is 100 grams of protein. Dinner is 90 grams of protein. So I took one and then made it 99.7. Perfect. So then, these do say they're fully cooked, but I don't know, it kind of scares me a little bit. Let me just double check. Yeah, it says fully cooked. You guys be a witness if I get salmonella. It says fully cooked. I'm kind of scared. But life's about taking risks. And I'm a risk taker. So here we are. I'm going to take some of my lettuce. I also got chicken in here. I'm gonna cut up the chicken just a little more though. I have more time on the weekend to make everything for myself, but during the week when I'm at work and I'm coming home for lunch, I don't have that much time. So it's really helpful to have things that are easy to work with, like the already fully cooked chicken that I can just toss into my salad. I found this yesterday also. It is cooked brown rice, so you just throw it in the microwave and heat it up. So I can use this as well because on the weekends, of course, I have time to make the rice, but during the week, I don't have 30 minutes to make the rice. And as for my salad dressing, it'll be just... Is that supposed to happen? It said to cook it on high for 90 minutes. It did a minute and then it popped. I don't know if that's normal. But anyways, I've just been using literally fresh lemon juice as my dressing. And I've been enjoying it. It's not that bad. I actually like just like the little lemon taste. I mean, whenever I would make salads anyways, like with the Caesar salad, I would put the smallest amount of Caesar dressing and then I'd thin it out with lemon juice. And honestly, that was the main thing. That is hot. Okay, we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. The only thing though, I don't know how this is gonna work out because I'm only supposed to do a 1/3 cup of rice. This is definitely not a 1/3 cup of rice. So we'll just probably have to save it. Hopefully it doesn't go bad and eat it throughout the week. But anyways, I've actually been looking forward to today's salad. Let's try this chicken. Hold on, let me get some salad first. Pretty well seasoned. Not too shabby. I opened it up. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna take out the 1/3 cup. about that much. And the bowl comes with this much. So I'm gonna let this cool and then I'll put the rest away. And I'm gonna let this cool too. But let's try it actually. Let's see if it's not too bad. Tastes like brown rice. Okay. Update on the rice. I threw it into my salad. Not my greatest idea. It's not bad. It's just literally brown rice but with zero flavor. Checking in, as you guys saw, I'm obviously back home. I had my dinner. Now I'm just having a little snack. I have strawberries and some almonds. It has been a pretty productive day. I closed all of my rings already and now I'm just gonna chill, relax. It's gonna be a very calm night.
Instead, you let the answers slowly seep into your cells.
Good morning. I definitely did not wake up right at 5. I woke up at 5:10, but I'm not gonna lie. I really forgot that my goal was to wake up at 5 today, so it's okay. We're here, we're awake, and we're just gonna have to do things as they play out. It's making me learn the number 7, but it hasn't even told me what the number 7 is. So I'm just kind of putting it together off of context clues. So I know that's not this one because that's Roku, so we know that's 6. Haha is mom, so it's got to be Nana.
Nana.
Nana. Okay. Write this down. Also, sometimes it's easier to know what something is when I look at it versus trying to remember as I'm writing it. Does that make sense? Like, obviously when I read Nana, I knew it was Nana, but I don't remember what it looks like. Journal time. We are home for lunch and we have made it to my favorite meal of the week. Why is it my favorite meal? Thanks for asking. Let me show you. First of all, this is a berry and cucumber salad. I've never had a berry salad before, and anytime I've ever seen a berry salad, my exact thoughts were, who would throw strawberries or any fruit into a salad? Because genuinely, who would throw fruit into a salad? Me now. And another thing is, when I saw this salad, I was like, where's my protein? You mean I'm gonna have to go a whole meal without any protein? I was a little nervous. I did see that she had cheese on there, but I don't know, my mind did not comprehend the amount of cheese. And so I just was really concerned how I was gonna go through the rest of my day without having had any protein. But then I had an epiphany. When I got to making the recipe and I got to how much of the cheese I needed, and I started weighing the cheese. And I was like, oh, it's a lot less than I thought. So I added another slab, and then I added another slab, and I was like, oh. So then I checked my phone, and the recipe called for 120 grams of cheese. And I said, oh, protein comes from more than just meat. So then the fear went away, and sorry, hold on, I need to concentrate. I need to just do like a smidge. I will say I do add a little spin. Close your eyes. You're gonna live through this. I'm gonna add the tiniest little drop of my Ploy's sweet chili sauce. This thing is so good. But I'm gonna do like literally the tiniest drop. It's so powerful. Drop, drop, drop. Drop, drop, drop. There we go. I'm just gonna give her a little mix. Drop it in the salad. I sat down and I said, here goes nothing. And it was so yummy. It's so refreshing and it gives that little sweet taste, little sweet tooth that I had been having all week, just kind of like wanting something sweet. This scratched that itch and it was just so good. I look forward to this salad now. And I know the recipe probably calls for the cheese to be crumbled inside the salad, but I still kind of find that weird. Like, this is already adventurous for me. So I just have the cheese on the side, kind of like tofu. And it's just so good. It's so filling. I love it. Like I said, I look forward to this. This is like a treat to me. I'm home from work. I'm currently working on my protein shake for dinner. I'm also currently folding my clothes that I forgot to take out of the dryer yesterday. I'm exporting some footage. I'm updating my computer. We're on a roll. It's gonna be another just chill afternoon. I think I'm gonna maybe try to do some editing today because I do have a week's worth of footage. And I know that if I leave it to last minute, I am not going to want to edit it. So we're gonna sit down and edit for like maybe an hour. Also, little update on progress. I was talking to my coworker today and I was telling her how on Monday I have my check-in with the nutritionist and I'm kind of nervous. I'm hoping to see some change, but then I'm also kind of nervous. Like, what if there is no change? But I will say that I do feel some change. Like today I put on my regular clothes and I was kind of swimming in them. They were a little loose, but I'm also in this weird stage where I'm in between sizes, which means that for a while I'll have to swim in my clothes until I can finally fit in the other clothes, because my regular work pants right now, they're starting to fit very loose, and I have a pair that is down a size, but then those are tight. I had weighed myself, I think after week 1, and I only lost a pound. So it wasn't that huge of a difference, but hopefully we'll continue to see some changes. I haven't weighed myself since, just because I'm like, I'll surprise myself when I get there to the nutritionist office and see what changes there are. We'll both be surprised. But I will say my eating habits have changed and I have felt a lot better. I have 1 green apple cut into slices. I have some almonds, and I was really craving something crunchy, so I grabbed just a couple of these Taki style chips from Sprouts. I love these. These are actually pretty good. And I needed something to curb the temptation, so I grabbed these and they're doing it justice. Like I'm telling you guys, I still have the cravings, but all I need is just a little bit to satisfy the craving and we're good. Good morning, besties. It is currently 5:19. I woke up at 5 a.m. today. We are home from work. It is Friday, which means the weekend is here. I am going to have some tostadas with the same meat I had earlier. Like I'm telling you guys, it is actually really nice to have the same things for lunch and dinner because it's already done by dinner time. Because it takes away the stress of having to figure out, like, what am I going to eat for lunch? What am I going to eat for dinner? I just have it prepped and ready to go. And it helps a lot because honestly, I was starting to get a little hungry and I was starting to crave everything. I was starting to think, you know, should I stop and get a pizza? Should I maybe go to like Burger King or something? But thankfully, I convinced myself that I'm almost home. The food's already ready. I don't have to do anything. And also the tostada, normally I like to fry my tostadas, but these are made in the oven. Actually, they turned out pretty good. Even though they look like they're burnt, they have a good taste to them. Good morning and welcome to Saturday. We have made it a full week from where I left off with you guys in last week's video. This morning I am going to make myself eggs with bell peppers, and honestly today I'm like, I don't know, I can only do eggs so much, and I've had so much egg that I've just been subbing for the protein shakes, which is an option on the meal plan, but I don't know, I just don't get as tired of protein shakes. But eggs, I mean, I could only just do so much. So right now, after breakfast, we're actually going to go to a Pilates class. I'm excited for it, but also kind of nervous. It's an arms and core awakening, and I've heard that it can be pretty intense. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I always forget, or almost always forget, to take my probiotic, but thankfully I still remember. It's just that I take it like a couple of seconds before I eat my breakfast, and it says to take it on an empty stomach, so I'm sure it needs just a little time to marinate in there. Oh my god, I love the smell of bell peppers. It smells so yummy and sweet.
Good. 6. Inhale 4, bend, extend, and down. Exhale 3, in, 4, good job. Bring your booty down, bring your body forward, right there. Extend, in, out, exhale.
We are done with Pilates. I had a really great workout, but I'm so sad I forgot my Apple Watch. I'm gonna have to get a double workout in because I need to hit my goal. I have so far this month pretty much filled out my ring every single day except for the first 3 days, but we're not gonna talk about that. I'll pop it up right here. I'm like really close to getting like 4 full weeks of closing all of my rings, so that just means I'm gonna have to get a double workout because like I am not trying to not have a full month when the month is almost over. Totally random, but this couple parked right next to me, and there's only one vacuum per station, so I could only use mine on this side. I couldn't go to the other side, which I get if it was full, but there were so many parking spots open. Like, what, you don't know social anxiety? I'm like best friends with her. Why'd you have to park right next to me? Alright, we are out of the shower and I have a package. I'm so excited. This has some restocks that I have been missing out on for a while. First restock I've been waiting on, the Paula's Choice BHA liquid exfoliant. I love this thing. My skin will really soak this up. I feel like sometimes my skin needs a break from the things that have been working for me because it gets used to them after a while. Like same with my hair. After a while, I feel like I have to switch things up, which is why I wanted to try a different oil. Now that my hair has had a break from the last one, this is my tried and true hair oil. I love this. It's the Fable and Mane Holy Root hair oil, and it is amazing. This is the pre-wash one, so you usually put this on at nighttime and you let your hair soak up all of the oil, and then in the morning you wash your hair. The next thing is a restock on my eye gel by the brand Dew. However, I'm not fully done with it just yet, so I'm gonna use what I have left. And then I have my restock ready to go once this one runs out. Although they did change the packaging, and I'm kind of sad because I really like the look of this one. This is the new one. This is the old one. I feel like this one looks so much better with the silver lid. They didn't put me on the board. I also got a restock on the Dew moisturizer. Okay, so we are going to make lunch now. It is the little like chicken bowl that I made last time, which I'm excited about because it was so good. I'm using the chicken that I got from Costco. I do also still have the rice from the other day, the sticky rice. I don't know if it still works or not. I mean, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna toss some water in it. Maybe that'll kind of bring it back to life. Lunch is served. Let's give it a little try and see if this one tastes similar to the one I had the other day. That was so yummy. So I'm gonna enjoy my lunch and I think I'm gonna watch Gilmore Girls. I keep leaving off on season 5. At season 5, I don't really like the direction that the show takes with Rory, and so I've just avoided going through it. Maybe I just need to get through this one episode that I've been stuck on, episode 22.
Lorelai, yoo-hoo, behind you.
It worked. All I needed to do was just get through that one episode. I am glued again. I am on season 6, episode 1. And Lorelai just asked Luke to marry her. I forgot about this. Okay. Exciting. Okay, I'm going to keep watching.
Up a couple of dress sizes. Is it stuffy in here? So, let's talk about this room. Now that you're staying here, I thought we could...
Dinner time. I am having a little protein shake. So, I'm gonna go ahead and oil my hair. This way it can really soak in. Also, my hair has gotten so long and I love it. I think it makes my curls look at their best. I do think though the length that I have it is about the longest I would go, or maybe just perhaps like another inch or two, and then that would probably be too long for me. And then I do comb it out. Okay, so they're not super clean, but I feel like they did actually clean up pretty well. I'm impressed. Next, I'm gonna tackle these. And all I put in the mixture is just some OxyClean and baking soda. Hello friends. I have my tea. I'm gonna do my skincare and call it a night. I actually already washed my face. I put on my toner. So next we're gonna do a little face mask. This is the Sika recipe Green Tangerine Daily Vita Mask. Time to remove the face mask. I always find it so funny when I open my eyes and I see myself wearing the face mask. But I love that this mask only has like the right amount. You know how sometimes there's certain face masks that is just like so full of product, you literally don't know what to do with it. Like you cannot rub it into your face, you have to wash it off. But this one's just the right amount that my skin soaks it right up. And now it is time for some eye patches. I'm using the Sika Hydrogel eye patch. And lastly, we're going to do a little bit of a nose peel off mask. This is by the brand Sururi. I don't know if this works that well or not, if I'm being honest, but we spent money on it, so we're using it. Okay, I don't think it works.